This is the second part of dividing decimals. In this part, we are going to see how to divide a decimal by a decimal number. Let's take an example. Divide 3.2 by 0.4. Before we go further, let's first write these numbers in the form of numerator and denominator. That means I can write it like this: 3.2 over 0.4. Now we do not know how to divide a decimal by a decimal, but in the last part we have learned how to divide a decimal by a whole number. That means if I convert somehow this 0.4 to a whole number, then I will be able to do the division. Now how can I do that? To convert 0.4 to a whole number, that means to convert it to 4, all I need to do is I need to move the decimal point to the right. Then it will become 4. So to move it to the right, what I need to do is I need to multiply that by 10, right? But we have learned in fractions that if you multiply the denominator by any number, then you need to multiply the numerator also by the same number, and then you do not change its value. So if I multiply the numerator as well as the denominator, I'll get an equivalent fraction which is 32 over 4. That means I need to divide 32 by 4 and I'll get the same answer. And we know that 4 8s are 32. That means the answer is 8. So it's pretty easy, right? Because the moment I multiplied both the numbers by 10, my division was just like a whole number division. The trick is to convert the divisor. Divisor means the number you divide by, to a whole number. How do you do that? We need to move the decimal point to the right. And for that, you need to multiply either by 10 or 100 or 1000 depending on how many decimal places are there. But whenever you move the decimal point of the divisor, you also need to move the decimal point of the dividend. That means the number that you are dividing. So what is important here is to move the decimal points of both the numbers, right? The one you are dividing and the one you are dividing by. As long as you don't forget that you need to move the decimal points of both the numbers, you will do fine. And the next step is pretty simple. Divide the same way you divide by a whole number. So let's take an example. Divide 0.756 by 0.9. Now we want to convert 0.9 to a whole number. For that, we are going to move the decimal point to the right. That means we are going to multiply it by 10. So if you move the decimal point one place to the right for 0.9, let's do the same thing for 0.756. That means our division is going to look like this. Divide 7.56 by 9. We know how to do this. Start dividing. 9 zeros are 0. We write down 7. Since the whole part division is done, we write the decimal point in the quotient and bring down 5. 9 8s are 72. The remainder is 3. Bring down 6. 9 4s are 36. And the remainder is 0. So our answer is 0.84. Let's solve some more examples. Let's use these two steps and solve. The first problem is divide 8 by 0.25. Now in 0.25, we have to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So we do the same thing for 8. That means we actually multiply by 100. So our division looks like this. Divide 800 by 25. Now what do you see here? The decimal point is gone. This is just like any other whole number division. You don't even have to think of the decimal point when you are doing this division. It's like a regular whole number division. Let's divide 800 by 25. Pretty easy thing. 25 3s are 75. The remainder is 5. Bring down 0. 25 2s are 50. And 50 minus 50 equals 0. So your answer is 32. What if the problem was little bit different? What if it was like this? Divide 0.8 by 0.25. Now what will happen is that when you move the decimal point and you make the divisor as 25, the dividend, that means 0.8, will be changed to 80. So your problem is divide 80 by 25. So you again start the division normally. 25 3s are 75. The remainder is 5. Now do you stop here? No. We know that what we do is we put an extra 0 at the end of the decimal number and we continue the division. But where is the decimal number here? 80 is a whole number. But you know that 80 can also be written as 80.0. So this is the extra 0 we write. We write 80.0 and bring down that 0 and continue the division. So 25 2s are 50. 50 minus 50 equals 0. So our answer is 3.2. Let's solve one more problem like this. Divide 3 by 0.4. If you move the decimal point one place to the right, that means if you multiply both the numbers by 10, the division becomes divide 30 by 4. So let's start dividing. 4 7s are 28. 30 minus 28 equals 2. After 30, we put the decimal point and put an extra 0. Bring down that 0 and continue the division. So 4 5s are 20. 20 minus 20 equals 0. So our answer is 7.5.